The village of Oak-Iku had never been silent before. Not like this. Not even during funerals. Not even during storms. But after the horror of the previous night. The screams, the shadows, the thing rising from the water. Silence wrapped around the village like a punishment. Children huddled beside their parents. Mothers whispered prayers. Fathers sharpened machetes even though they knew steel meant nothing to what lurked beneath the ocean. But the silence did not last long. It began with a strange, low vibration. A humming sound that rolled across the village like invisible thunder. Cups on tables rattled. Door hinges trembled. Lantern flames stretched sideways as if pulled by unseen hands. Everyone froze. The humming grew louder, deeper, older. It was not wind, not machines, not any sound a human throat could produce. It was the ocean breathing. People rushed outside to see. Fog was crawling inland. A mist glowing faint blue, as if lit from below by something ancient and monstrous. The fog was thick enough to swallow the fishermen's huts, and cold enough to make even breathing painful. But the worst part was the ocean. It was flat, completely flat. Not a wave, not a ripple, not a shift in tide. It didn't look like water anymore. It looked like a giant, dead eye, staring at the shore without blinking. Then the sea inhaled. Everyone heard it. Everyone felt it. A deafening whomp shook the beach as the water pulled backward unnaturally far, exposing rocks, sand, and long black trenches that had never been seen before. The air smelled like rotting fish mixed with something older, something like ancient bones. The fisherman's pier began to vibrate. Then crack, crack, crack. The wooden boards snapped one by one in a perfectly straight line, as if something huge was moving beneath, breaking the planks with its spine. A woman screamed. Children fled. Warriors gripped their useless weapons. Then came the voice. A deep, guttural, vibrating voice that seemed to echo from every direction. Return! What? You stole. The villagers collapsed to their knees. Some covered their ears. Some fainted. No human vocal cords could produce that sound. It was layered with dozens of tones, like multiple creatures were speaking at once through the throat of a god. But in the middle of the chaos, someone stood frozen. Desmond, the boy who survived the first attack. His face was pale, his breathing shallow, his heartbeat strangely slow. The ocean seemed to pay attention to him. The glowing mist shifted in his direction. The waves steadied, as if waiting for his next move. His mother dragged him inside, terrified. But the horror had only begun. Inside Desmond's house, their home was freezing. Not cold, freezing. Every breath fogged the air like they were trapped inside a freezer. The walls dripped with moisture. The windows vibrated softly. The wooden floor creaked even when no one moved. Desmond sat on the bed, holding his head. His fingers trembled uncontrollably. Desmond, talk to me. His mother begged. Are you in pain? Are you hearing things? Please talk to me. He opened his eyes. Her breath caught in her throat. His eyes were no longer brown. They were deep blue, glowing faintly like the ocean fog. Then his voice whispered, "It's calling me." His mother stepped back. "The ocean," Desmond murmured. "It's angry. It wants something it lost. And it wants me to see." Suddenly, the house shook violently. Boom, boom, boom. The walls bulged inward as if pushed by invisible hands. Pots fell off shelves. Chairs slid across the floor. The lantern went out, plunging the room into blackness. Then the dripping started. Drip, drip, drip. First, it sounded like a leaking roof. Then it grew faster, louder, wetter. Drip, 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 splash. A large wave of ice-cold water burst from the ceiling, knocking Desmond off his bed. He screamed as he hit the floor. The water quickly gathered around him, swirling unnaturally like a living thing. His mother rushed forward, but a long, pale, webbed hand burst from the water. It was the size of a human arm, but not shaped like one. The joints bent wrong. The fingers were too long. Barnacles clung to its skin. Seaweed wrapped around its wrist like veins. The hand grabbed Desmond's ankle. His scream shook the entire house. "Help me! Please!" He clawed at the wooden floor. His nails snapped off. Blood smeared across the planks. "Leave my son!" his mother screamed, striking at the hand with a broom. The creature didn't flinch. The water vortex widened, swirling violently, filling the room with icy mist. The hand dragged Desmond faster, pulling him into a pit that was not a puddle anymore, but a doorway, a window, into the ocean depths. He kicked. He begged. He choked on salt water. "Please, someone help!" The vortex roared, and Desmond was yanked into it. Instantly, the water vanished. The floor dried. The house fell silent. Desmond was gone. His mother collapsed in the center of the room, wailing in a voice so broken it made the neighbors drop what they were holding. Desmond did not run away. He did not drown. He was taken, pulled directly into the ocean from inside his own bedroom. The village descends into panic before long. The news spread. Villagers screamed from house to house. "The ocean has entered the homes. It can appear anywhere. No one is safe, not even inland." Warriors gathered in the square, forming a circle around the chief's house. But their torches would not stay lit. Every flame blew out instantly, as if the air itself refused fire. A deep vibration moved under the soil, like something massive crawling beneath the village. People ran to the shoreline to see if anything was happening. They regretted it instantly. The ocean surface was shifting, not waves, movements. Something enormous was swimming beneath the water. Something larger than the pier, larger than the bay. The blue glow intensified, boiling upward like liquid lightning. Then the voice spoke again, this time louder, closer. "The sea claims the rest." The ground trembled. Water surged from underground wells. Goats screamed. Children cried. Men dropped their machetes and fell backward in terror. Dark, wet footprints began appearing across the sand. But nothing was making them. There were no bodies, no shadows, no shapes, just footprints. Left, right, marching toward the village square, burning through the soil like acid. The footprints stopped in front of the chief's house. Then silence, pure, suffocating silence, until the voice whispered one final sentence, so close it felt like it came from behind every villager's ear. Part 3 begins when the next soul is chosen. The footprints evaporated. The glow vanished. The ocean fell dead silent. But before dawn, 5 new puddles appeared beneath 5 different homes. Deep, dark, waiting. The ocean had chosen its next victims. And it was no longer asking. It was hunting. Waterway Fire if you want part 3.